Hello everyone, Lexitan Gaming here, you there, and today's going to be a bit of a different one, because for the first time, I believe, this is just going to be me chilling out, chewing the cud, talking games that I've picked up recently. I say recently, I'm not too sure what the time frame is exactly. Let's just say the last 6 months or so, I don't know. But there's not going to be as many quick edits. I'm not going to be taking a lot of stuff out that I usually would, because I'm not brilliant on the camera, if you can't tell already. I've just had to cut something there, because that's just how it's going to go for these first few that I'm going to try and do in this format. So yeah, the quick cuts, like the big edits, I say big edits, I don't know, I don't know what you'd call them, they're going to be gone for this video. It's going to be more of a long, chilling out vibe. I just want to, because I know that I watch a lot of videos, or listen even to a lot of videos just in the background, and I thought, if I do it a lot, then surely other people do it. So, but yeah, I just think in my normal videos, you've got to be invested. You've got to be watching all the time, because a lot of the time you won't get the joke or whatever I'm trying to say unless you're watching me. So maybe these are just more long form, just talking crap, because I know that's what I like to do a lot of the time. So hopefully that's what you want to do as well. And even if you don't, please like and subscribe anyway, because I have no shame. So yes, I think I mentioned it. It's going to be about my video game pickups, and why don't we start with something that's, some people would say, controversial. I don't know where I'd stand with that. I've enjoyed it since it's come out. It's the Nintendo Switch 2. So here's the one I got. Mario Kart World included. I have enjoyed Mario Kart World, but the more I play it, the more I don't know. I do like it. I do like it. It's just some of the stuff you've got to learn to actually try and be really good at the game. I just feel like is a lot. Like the wall riding, rail grinding, I think is what you'd say. That kind of stuff. It's a skill issue, I know that. And that's on me. I know that. But it's just not what we're all used to, I suppose. Or at least me personally. But I do also like the game. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. And the two games I got on launch, along with Mario Kart World, were Cyberpunk and Bravely Default. Now, brutal honesty, not touched either of these yet. I definitely will Cyberpunk fairly soon, because I've just finished Donkey Kong Bananza, and Cyberpunk's probably next on the Switch 2 list, if I'm being honest. I've heard a lot of good things, so why not? I remember I got Cyberpunk, my god, I got it the day it came out, and I was so excited, and I don't know how else to say it but stupid, because I'd ordered two for, PS4, came out on the PS4 for me. I'd ordered 2 copies. That's how excited I was for it, and boy oh boy did it let us down. Ah, my god. But apparently they fixed everything. Apparently the DLC is brilliant. I don't know yet. Not touched it yet, but I will. I will. And I've only ever heard good things about Bravely Default, so I'll obviously give that a go as well. But Bananza, I really enjoyed. It's a very odd game. I don't know how else to say it. It's just like just a lot of hitting the terrain, basically. Just smashing everything up, which can be fun. And the sound design on it is top notch. Like, I can't fault it for that at all. I thought that was brilliant, but I don't know, I thought the game went a bit long. I think it took me like 20 hours to finish it, and for that kind of game, you're looking at 10 to 15 for me anyway. But I did enjoy it. I thought Pauline being in it was great, and Donkey Kong's mannerisms, everything, you know, is going to be funny, isn't it? His interactions with all the other characters in the game, it's obviously great. But there were some parts that I thought were a bit too similar. Like, a lot of it was, you got the is it the Elders? I think it's the I don't know, can't remember now. But they've got like a record. It's coming off so bad. They've got like a record, and it's split into so many pieces because of the main villain in the game. I won't spoil anything. and you've got to go collect those pieces and bring it back to them, and then they can tell you where to go next and what to do next. And that happened quite a few times, a lot more than I thought that it was going to. And yeah, just looking for things in the terrain sometimes is a bit of a ball ache, but all in all, I had quite a lot of fun with it. So I'd give that a definite recommendation. It's just me being very nitpicky, I think. So keeping it modern, keeping it with Nintendo at least. The remaster of Lunar 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch. If you can't tell, not opened the bugger yet, unfortunately, but I will. I've been wanting to play these games for years, and if you want to play it in the UK on the PlayStation, which it originally came out on, it's a lot of money, too much money that I can't afford, and I would not spend on something that I don't know if I'd like it. And I try to stay away from other ways to play games. Don't always succeed, obviously, but this was one of them, and I'm so glad that the remaster came out, and I will be playing it. It's just, there's a lot of games coming out lately, a lot that I haven't even got, and I'm just looking at this little like bundle that I've got here, and it's just like, oh my god, how the hell am I going to find the time to do all of this? But we shall try, and now we shall move on. But super excited to finally have this and eventually play it. If you're still with me, please comment down below your recent video game pickups, any disappointments, anything you really, really love, or anything that you really, really dislike. Let me know, I'd love to know, and I'll respond to them as soon as I get back from Rome. That's where I'm going to be when this video comes out, so. Okay, moving on from Nintendo, at least modern Nintendo for now, and we're going to the PS5. So, I got a few here. This is when you know that I'm not too sure how far back these go. These pickups go, at least, because I got this day one. Expedition 33. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Excuse me. And I can't even remember when that is now. But that's my game of the year so far. I don't think, we've got Ghost of Yotei coming out. I haven't played Silk Song yet. But this, so far, is the game of the year for me. And I don't think it's going to be beaten, because what an RPG. The soundtrack, the character, the story. My god, I can't talk enough good about this game, to be honest with you, because everything to me was a shock, because I forgot this game was coming out. I remember seeing like a trailer for it ages ago, completely forgot about it. I talked about it when I did a first impressions video that no one saw. But yeah, I just gelled with it so well, and I finished it in like 2 weeks, which is for me unheard of with games, because I go from one and then I'll start another one and then I'll start another one, etc. And it's just difficult for me to just stick to one game, because my mind, I can't stick to one thing for too long. But this one, I just flew through it, and it was a blast, and 100% my game of the year. Unless like a Zelda comes out in December or something, which I don't see happening, then it's going to stay game of the year, I'm assuming. Another game that is unopened, but I have actually played it, Metaphor ReFantazio. ReFantazio? Damn it. I did that last time. Fantazio. So, how have I played it without opening it? My missus actually has the game, and so when I go over there on the weekend, sometimes we will play the Switch. So she'll play her farming simulator, whatever she's got going on there, and I'll play my Switch 2, maybe Donkey Kong or Sudoku or whatever. But that weekend, which was last weekend actually, I'd forgotten my Switch 2, which is like never happened. I never forgot my Switch, and I was a bit heartbroken. So was she, because she went to ignore me for a few hours and play the Switch, which is fair, because I'm like this all the time. I talk a lot, and so this kind of calms us down a bit, because she knew that I wanted to play Metaphor, she knew that I had it, and she suggested to play her copy. So I was, oh, there we are, and I've played about 6 hours so far, and it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant so far. I really struggled to put the controller down and actually take a break from it. It was that good. So I'm very excited to keep going with it, and I'm excited that I'm probably just going to have a sealed copy. because what's the point in opening it if I'm just going to play it over here? And the last one on the PlayStation 5 that we've got recently, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, or Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Delta, whatever. The Snake Eater remake with a Delta sign. I don't know. So I did do like a little short on this. Technically, not my first Metal Gear game, but to me it is, because I played like an hour of Metal Gear Solid 1 on the Switch remaster of 1, 2 and 3. And I don't know, I couldn't get into it. Maybe it's one of those where you have to be there at the time to play it, but I just couldn't get into it at all. And I played about an hour, so about the same time, of this remake, and I prefer this a lot. I know it's not the same game that's been remade, but as first impressions go, they're pretty bright so far. I don't know, I'm really enjoying the sneaking around, and I am struggling a little bit with it because I'm not used to that. That's not my kind of play style. I usually go balls to the wall quite a lot of the time, but I'm getting used to it a bit more now. And yeah, so far, Konami, I feel like I've done a great job. It feels like it's got a lot of the original kind of mechanisms to it. Like the gameplay feels like it's from PS2, if you know what I mean. It doesn't look that way, but when you actually play it, that's how it feels, which is fine. I like PS2 games, there's nothing wrong with that. So far, I think it's pretty bloody good, and I'm hoping to get it finished fairly soon. Because I got so many more games to play. Not that I want to get it out of the way or anything, but yeah, that's one I'm happy I got, and I got it day one. Okay, so these next ones, they're going to be a bit all over the place from now, because we're going retro. Yeah, because I love me some retro, and we're going to start, I'll do little piles, I've got little piles here. We'll start with Nintendo, and if you've seen my last video, you'll recognize these two. Super Mario Brothers, the first one, and Super Mario Brothers 3 on the NES. Original Nintendo, NES. Oh, I know some people hate that. Yeah, just two great games. I basically got it for the video that I did, top 10 Super Mario games, somewhere here. I'll put it somewhere. What else can you say about Mario 1 and 3? Just two of the best. I've just got them solely for that video and to have them in my collection, because the way I played them originally was on the Super Nintendo's Super Mario All-Stars, so just great additions to have in the collection. These next three are just ones I got so lucky on. I'm on a Facebook group where they do kind of raffles from the UK lottery numbers, and I just picked the right number twice. Two of these came together and then one on its own. And I just got really lucky for like £3 or £4, honest to God. So I'm just showing off basically now. So the first one I got, Pokémon Red for the Game Boy. What else can be said? Honestly, so I feel like when I'm talking about these games, like, what else can be said? It's Pokemon. It's the first gen. It's my gen. It's what I grew up on. I haven't had an original Pokemon game in the box since I was like, what, 7? Because back then we used to get the game out of the box, rip the box up and put it in the bin. Horrible to think of. Horrible. But I'm so happy I have it now in my collection. While I prefer Pokemon Yellow, because that's my favourite of all time, it's really nice to have Pokemon Red there. And then the next two, which I couldn't believe I won, for a couple of quid, Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Gold. Madness. Yeah, mad. I was into Gen 2. I don't remember as much of it as I do Gen 1. I think I just remember I definitely had Gold also. I think I had Gold back in the day. But I just played Yellow to death. The fact that you could get all the 3 starters and Pikachu on the same game on your team. I don't know why that. I think it's because of the cartoon, and I used to watch, or the anime. I used to watch them like every single weekend, So, and seeing all those characters and then having be able to play the characters, I don't know what it is. I think that's why it resonated with the first gen more, even though this came out closer to the time that I was getting into Pokemon. I don't know, but it's so good, so cool to me that I have those 3 originals in my collection in the box with their manuals. That's just mad. So really happy about them. And that's not my last stroke of luck with that particular group, because the next one we've got is for the Sega Saturn, and oh boy, it is Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2. I need to get like a protective case for this because it is in, like, look at the condition of this. Just insanely good. Like literally feels like it came out of the factory seal. Honest to God, nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah. My brother got me a Sega Saturn for Christmas, the Christmas before he died. And I was a bit like, I've never really collected for it. And I asked him, I was like, well, okay, so what, thank you so much, obviously, for it. But like, why the Sega Saturn? And he said that he played the Panzer Dragoon games on the Saturn and he thought they were brilliant, and he said if I somehow manage to get them, because they're a pretty penny in the UK at least, I don't know what, yeah, I think they're a pretty penny everywhere. If I somehow manage to get them, then I'd enjoy them. So I will at some point have to hook up the Saturn that's in front of me here and play these. But he was mainly talking about Panzer Dragoon Saga. A lot harder to get than 1 and 2 here. A hell of a lot. There's only like 1,000 released in the UK, I think. So, don't know if I'll ever do that. Don't know if I'll ever get that one, but I definitely will try these 2 for him, at least. And yeah, again, I just got lucky off like £1 or £2. So, I haven't played these groups in months now, because I know I know my luck is kind of gone. So I'm giving it probably another couple of months, and then I might chuck another couple of quid in. I just got really lucky with these ones, to be honest with you, really lucky. Okay, so I strayed a bit there, because the next one I've got is also from Nintendo. And it's one I've wanted for so long, because it's the original Legend of Zelda on the original Nintendo, the NES. It's got everything in it. I've got a box protector on this one. It's got everything in it. It's got the guide. It's got whatever you need. It's got the cart, which you can kind of see there. And I'm a big Zelda boy. It's all over there. All my proof is behind me. I've just always wanted this one for obvious reasons. Yeah, I'm not playing it. I haven't even got an NES. I just want to collect the games for it. I eventually will get one, obviously, when I've got a bit more room. So the only one I'm missing now is Zelda 2, also for the NES. I want it in the box and complete. But I also need Majora's Mask in the box. I've got it loose. I've actually got it in a fake box, because I just can't, I don't want it to be loose. So I would really appreciate if someone could keep an eye out for me. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link on the NES. That would be brilliant. That would complete my set. For now. Then I'd have to go into all the different like remakes and everything like that. But to have all the base games, including this one, would be great. And now it's time for the last game. I know, oh, you're so sad. I know you are. The next one we've got up is for the Sega Dreamcast. And it's one of the big hitters, I'd say. I got it from Super Tomato in Cardiff. Skies of Arcadia. I've heard so much about this game. Never seen it out in the wild before then. And I don't know, I walked in there and I was not expecting to spend the amount of money I did on this game. It's the missus' fault. She actually blinking told me to do it, which was unreal. But no, she knew I wanted it and how long I'd wanted it for. And it's a big game for the Dreamcast, and I've just really started collecting properly for the Dreamcast. So yeah, I'm excited to try it at some point. I need to hook my retro consoles into I don't know if it'd look good on my TV, because it's like 48 inch or 42 inch or something. I don't know if that would look good, to be honest with you. If you have any recommendations on what to do, let me know down below. I have not got the room for like a big CRT. It's just not happening, so I don't know how to do it, but I will play it eventually. It's a pirate RPG, from what I can tell. So come on, it's got to be done, isn't it? Right guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this different style of video. I don't think it's as long as I thought it was going to be. I'm just not brilliant at just speaking, if you can't tell. So let me know what you think down below, if I did well or not, or if you want to see this kind of thing again. I just thought it'd be nice to just chill out and not have to worry and panic about trying to be, like, funny, I guess. So yeah, cheers.